It's always a good day to get some boomsticks out, and today we've got the Panzer M4 Speed Pro. Let's check this bad boy out. All right, really nice M4 clone. Let's have some fun. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Wow. Well, boys and girls. Oh, man, give me a second on that. That was exhilarating. That's a fun intro. Those Firebird targets, they kind of pack a little bit more of a punch than I remember. That was kind of close. But anyway, y'all, welcome back. Eric here, y'all. And you guys remember sometime back we did a video on the wood stocked M4 from Panzer there. Really cool M4 clone from them. Great value. Well, they now have their M4 Speed Pro out. This one adds some updated features from the original unit. For one, you've got this really awesome barrel porting here. So the barrel is ported. I do have their factory extension added to this shotgun, which brings it out to a full capacity for an M4. So this one is 7 in the tube and 2 if you go slow, one in the chamber. Now these shells that I was running, that's 12 pellet buckshot. So it packed quite a punch. Those rounds are a little bit longer. I could only fit 6 in the tube and 2 with the ghost load in the chambering, but standard 2 3/4 inch shells that are of the appropriate length, it will hold 9 total with the ghost load, just like a normal Benelli. You still get the ability to, collapse the stock. This is an aftermarket, well, it's their stock, but they do sell the stock kit to be able to convert the fixed stock over to a collapsible, just like a real deal M4. Okay, and then you're back in business. On this particular one, you have a tactical bolt knob. Okay, so you have a much larger bolt knob, as well as the bolt release. You have this large, area here that's more of a kind of a speed, field expedient, much faster way to cycle the gun and close the bolt. Much more discernible latch to grab onto instead of a little button. You've got a full pick rail up here on top, ghost ring sights. This is a nickel phosphorus finish that's on this particular gun, so it's a very nice dark nickel finish, which has a really nice kind of two-tone look, which is neat. You do have an M-LOK forend on this particular gun. I tell you what, I've been shooting it, and I've really been enjoying it. One thing that they added on this gun, which is cool too, that is not on a standard Benelli, is you have a QD point right here on the side of the receiver, which is really cool. Safety's in the same location. Really cool setup. So we're gonna run it some more. One thing that I've noticed on this gun as I've been running it, it does prefer kind of stouter loads. Something in the neighborhood of about 1275 or higher. I've been running stuff that's in the 13 to 1350 feet per second range. A little bit heavier payload tends to run really well. It doesn't quite want to run some of the real light handicap. It's not going to run a 7/8 ounce load. I mean, this is really more of a combat shotgun, so you're going to want to run full power, high brass loads out of this gun, which we have in good supply. In the intro there, that was some 12 pellet Noble Sport. This is Italian buckshot, 12 pellet double-aught, 2 3/4. That ran well. We're going to try some. We'll run some more of this buckshot since we've got a good bit of it. So let me load some more in here, and we'll talk a little bit as we go here. Let me get my ears back on. That got a little crazy. I knocked some of my steel over. Those things have got some power. Really cool stuff. All right, so we're gonna load this bad boy up. Have a little fun. So basically, when you order this gun, the primary configuration that it comes in, it comes with a fixed stock. They do have a skeletonized stock you can get as well. But with this particular gun, you do have to order the collapsible stock kit separately and install it on your own. It is relatively easy to do. Requires very basic tools. You can have the stock swapped out in probably about 15 minutes. There's a video tutorial on Panzer's website that shows you how to do it. It's very easy. But you do have to buy the stock separately, and you have to buy the magazine extension separately. If you buy this gun standard from the factory, it comes with the crush tube, similar to the way a standard Benelli comes when you buy a civilian M4 Benelli. But overall, I really dig it. I do like the winter trigger guard. That's a nice touch on this. It does have a little bit larger trigger guard, so if you are running a gloved finger, you can get plenty of room for your big mitts in there, which is nice. Lots of M-LOK accessory compatibility through and throughout. Overall, a really well thought out shotgun. You do have rail sections up here on the magazine clamp, so you can add your lights and things. Because this does use the M4 Benelli gas system, the Argo gas system, it doesn't matter how much weight you have on this shotgun. You can load it down with optics and accessories and flashlights and lasers, whatever you want to put on it, and the gun's never going to get too heavy to run reliably, which is nice, okay? So we got one in the chamber, we got some more buckshot. I've got some of these Firebirds on the sodas. I've got a few sodas, so I want to see if these Firebirds set off when we shoot the freaking sodas. But I've got a couple more I'm going to take out, some more intermediate poppers at longer range, and then we might try those sodas, okay? Let's do that. How we looking? We still, we got slow-mo ready? Yep. All right, we're going to try to hit a slow-mo shot here. All right, here we go. I'm going to hit the sodas first. You ready? Okay, okay. All right. Well, those sodas kind of had a little bit of a Wizard of Oz moment, but not quite the way those Firebirds work if they're on the piece of steel. So, in my videos when I do shotguns that I like to shoot those cans of hominy. Well, we've got some hominy, and I think we're going to swap things out. I'm going to pick my steel back up. I'm going to set up some cans of hominy to blast with some big old shotgun slugs, and I think you're going to find this is quite amazing. Okay, we got the range reset. We're going to go ahead and shoot some Bernicki 3-inch Black Magics. Okay, this is a high brass 1 1/8 ounce load, so definitely a heavy shotgun slug. This particular load is used by guides up in Alaska for bear protection, and also a lot of our government officials who are out doing their job out in the wilderness that have to carry guns. A lot of those guys will carry these shotgun slugs because they're awfully powerful, and if you have a really bad problem to deal with, they're definitely the slug for you. They pack a wallop. So we got some cans of hominy. I've got a can sitting on its side that we may try to hit separately. I want to see if the slug looks different, maybe traveling through the bottom of the can. But these cans come apart pretty good, so let's check it out. Okay. All righty. I'm gonna hit the one in the middle. You ready? Okay. Looking good. All right, in the middle. I'm gonna take my time, put one right through it. Oh, yeah! Son! Okay. Okay. We're going to let the camera render on that slow-mo, and while that's doing this thing, I'm going to launch these other slugs here. I want you to see how hard this thing hits a piece of steel, okay? So this is a 1 3/8 ounce load. I'm going to hit one of these poppers right in front of me. Watch how it lays this thing down. You ready? That'll lay it down. I'm going to put one back there on the steel in the far back corner there, just for fun. Yikes, son. That stacked two right on top of each other at about 75 yards. So this gun will definitely digest the heavy loads, and it does typically prefer the heavier loads. We're going to let our camera reset, and we're going to shoot that can of hominy that's laying on its side, kind of facing us there. I want to see how that one comes apart. So while we're waiting on that camera to reset, we'll launch a few more rounds of buckshot just for fun while we're here.
But unfortunately, those two hominy cans we're only going to get in real time. We're not going to get in slow-mo.
All right.
But it's ready for the center punch.
All right. So our first slow-mo shot didn't go through. That's okay. I'm going to go ahead and run this buckshot. I'll set another can out there, and we're going to hit it again, okay? No big deal. We're having fun. Always a good day to break out a shotgun. Okay. All right, boys and girls, we're going to put another hominy can. Don't go anywhere. Okay, y'all, we're going to do the hominy shot again because it looks like our slow-mo didn't record. That's okay. It happens to the best of us. and in my case, the worst of us, right? Okay, we're gonna load some more of the Black Magics. Those hominy cans came apart great, but we're gonna go ahead and shoot a couple of more, and we're still gonna try the shot of it laying on its side. I'd really like to see that, okay? Okay, hominy, take 2. You ready? Okay, one in the middle. Whoa, that number 2 came apart really good. Okay, wow, all right. I'm gonna put that can back up, but let's check out the slow-mo, see how it looks, and then we'll hit another one laying on its side. All right, I moved the other can to the middle. We've still got some Benelli Black Magics. This is a 1 3/8 ounce Bear Slug, 3-inch Magnum. Big, awesome slug going down range. We're gonna try to hit this can of hominy laying on its side facing us. Let's see if this looks different. I'm gonna go for a good, clean center shot. Okay, you ready? Okay, here goes nothing. Yeah. All right, all right. Oh man, no matter how many times I do that, I can't tell you how many cans of that hominy I have destroyed in the time that I've been making YouTube videos, y'all. I've been doing this for almost 17 years, believe it or not. I'm like the crazy roach that they can't get rid of. Like no matter what they do, they could burn the whole house down. I'm still gonna come creeping out of the woodwork. But no matter what they do, they can't seem to get rid of me, y'all. Anyway, this gun is running nice, and quite frankly, okay, and quite selfishly, I'm just having a good time here. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna keep shooting my shotgun here. But this Panzer M4 is running good. I mean, so I'll give some thoughts real quick before we continue with our fun here. You know, a lot of people have, kind of asked, well, what can you expect out of a shotgun like this in its price range? Can it really be as good as something like a Benelli or whatever? You know, why would a Benelli cost 4 times as much as this? You know, and what I would say is any product that you buy, you should really take out and vet and shoot a lot and just make sure it works for you and you're happy with it. I'm not going to say that a company can't put out a bad product from time to time from any company, and I've said that in other videos before and everything. I think that this shotgun does represent a good value, especially for all the features. You know, you do get a lot of features packed into a shotgun in this price range. I think the base model's like $500, okay? And then you're gonna be looking at probably another $100 and something or $100 for the stock, and then another 30 or 40 bucks for the extension. But for a M4 that's ported with all of these features, and it seems to run quite well, you know, if you're looking for a gun for the house or something to protect yourself with, I mean, this is a pretty dang attractive option. Compared to spending a lot of money on a Benelli. Not to say that Benelli's not a great gun. Of course they are. I have many Benellis. They're great. But I tell you, if I, didn't want to spend a ton of money and still get a decent shotgun, this is definitely worth looking at. Go and look at a bunch of videos. Take in all the information you can. Read reviews. See what people have to say. Don't take my word for it. If you have a buddy of yours that owns one, take it out and shoot it. Have fun with it. But so far, in my experience with these M4 clones from Panzer, they've held up pretty dang good overall. I can't really say I have any major complaints. So let me, obviously time will tell over the course of more rounds. I took this gun out initially, and I put probably about 200 rounds through it a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. I didn't record a video just yet. I want to kind of take it out and break it in and see what it would like and what it wouldn't like. I did try some of I've got some other buckshot. It's like a low recoil buckshot. It didn't seem to want to run that stuff quite as well. I did try some 7/8 ounce trap loads. Of course, those are way too light to run. Those won't really run just anything, really. But as long as the load is 1,300 feet per second or more, it should run it quite well. I do have some high velocity 1 1/4 ounce birdshot here. We might try that in a moment. Well, I'm going to shoot some more of this 12 pellet buck, and then we'll switch to and try a few of these heavy birdshot loads. I know some people were asking if it could run birdshot. It's just got to be a heavy load, okay? Let's try this out here. Yep. Whew. That 12 pellet buckshot is brisk, brisk, brisk. In a word, ladies and gentlemen, that buckshot is brisk. All right, I got a few of these. This is a high brass bird load. So this is a 1 1/4 ounce 7.5 bird moving at 1330. So this is a high brass bird load. This particular load is the birdshot load that I shoot out of my Segas and my Vepers and my Origins, okay? So we're gonna see. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like I said, all right? And then we're gonna do a ghost load. We're gonna cheat the bolt back. Oh, look, I had 9 of these left. How perfect. We'll get rid of this box. That's one less box I have to take home, all right? So then you put a shell on the follower, and then you put a round in the chamber. So that gets it out to 9 shots. Just so y'all know, I wasn't bullcrapping you. It will hold 9. Okay, so let's see if it'll run these 1330s, okay? Fast on the follow-up shots. Not bad. Well, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm really happy with this gun so far. So that's been the M4 Speed Pro. I mean, I think you guys can see it's running pretty good here. Haven't really had any issues or anything. So the thing is, it's a great clone for the money. I mean, I would think if you're looking for something in the M4 territory, you know, it's worth checking out. You know, we had some fun. We were just launching some slugs and blowing some things up with this thing today. But y'all get the idea. You know, it's something that it can scratch the itch, you know, and it does it in I think it's kind of cool, unique way. You know, it adds a few features you're not going to see on a standard Benelli, so that kind of, you know, gets into its own territory. You got the ported barrel, which I think is really cool. You can put different chokes in this thing, which is nice. You know, mount your optics and things, and I mean, gosh, man, for what it is, I think it's a fantastic value. So, guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. We were just having some fun here today. So we always fun to bring you guys along for the ride. Have a good one. Many more videos on the way. We'll see you soon.